Dozens or even hundreds of people were involved during the filming. It is almost impossible to completely control them, especially actors whose occasional hitch adds a charm and originality to a movie. And today we have 10 takes in your favorite films that have gone wrong, for the joy of filmmakers and viewers, and as you understood, these takes become real masterpieces. The Usual Suspects. The scene where the film's heroes are lined up for police identification were asked to read one phrase, unintentionally turned into a real pun. All the actors had to do was read the words written on the paper, but someone suddenly started to mumble. Someone fooled around, making the others laugh. In any case, it did not turn out to a serious take. Bryan Singer is a frustrated director who left the scene as it is, with laughing actors. In the end, this scene became one of the most recognizable in the history of cinematography. True Lies. Jamie Lee Curtis really lost her balance during the awkward but unexpectedly sexy striptease scene. You can see how Arnold Schwarzenegger flinches and is about to rise to help Jamie in the background, but the actress immediately returns to the image and continues her performance. James Cameron liked the scene very much. He said that she stressed the nature of her character as the usual and slightly clumsy housewife. Mission Impossible 2. During the filming of the final fight, the film crew tried to achieve the maximum believability, so when the stuntman asked Tom Cruise not to hold himself in the final blow, the actor did not object and pierced his partner in the jaw with all his strength. John Woo, a director, who used the take in the film, and you can clearly see the frightened face of Tom Cruise who realized his mistake. The Lord of the Rings: Two Towers. Do you remember the scene where Viggo Mortensen strikes Orc's steel helmet, left behind by the extinct fire, and makes a cry full of despair? Peter Jackson is a director who is so impressed with Mortensen's play, the way he conveyed the pain and emotions for the fate of the two hobbits. But it turned out that the pain was quite real. The actor broke 2 toes by the helmet, but continued to play. That delighted Peter Jackson much more. The Dark Knight. After the Joker was locked in a one-man cell, he quieted down and just watched what was happening. In a rather, he becomes a witness of rising by rank of Jim Gordon, who caught him. All policemen applaud the new commissioner, and Heath Ledger also begins to clap, slowly, without changing the eerie expression of his painted face. It was not written in the script, but now it is one of the favorite scenes of all movie lovers. Pretty Woman, 1990. It is one of the most famous scenes in the movie, where Edward presents Vivian a box with an expensive necklace. As soon as the heroine Julia Roberts holds out her finger to a jewel, Richard Gere quickly closes the box, which greatly amazes Julia because there was nothing like this in the scenes. As a result, it turned out a chick take with the sincere laugh of Julia Roberts. Guardians of the Galaxy. Charismatic and cheerful Chris Pratt improvises a lot and gives out funny jokes. But in this scene, he just turned out to be awkward and accidentally dropped a mysterious artifact and then picked it up from the floor. This scene emphasized the nature of Pratt's character and of course was remained unchanged in the film. Django Unchained is a western of Quentin Tarantino. It is one of the few films in which Leonardo DiCaprio played a supporting role. But even though the actor was able to prove that he is a real movie star. During the culmination of dinner, Kelvin Candy hit his hand on the table, cutting his palm against the glass with a fury. The trauma and blood he received were real, as a shock of the actors. DiCaprio ignored the resulting injury and continued to play the scene and moreover, decided to play to the full and smeared his blood on the face of the main character. It all turned out so effectively that the take just had to get into the movie, especially considering that Quentin Tarantino is the director of the film.
Boom, it happened, and then I opened my hand, and then blood starts pouring everywhere. Quentin had his hand and goes.
Dumb and Dumber. We all know that Jim Carrey can improvise like no other, but he realized his talent to the full in this movie. Harry and Lloyd are 2 stupid friends who traveled on dog-trusted their instincts and picked up the murderer Joe Mantalino on the road. Along the way, they were playing stupid children's games, yelling, and when the killer asks them to turn on the radio, they start singing the song of a mockingbird in disgusting voices.
Lloyd, you guys! enough! Fellas, think we could listen to the radio or something?
Who needs a radio? Bird. Yeah. Yeah.
There was no scene in the script. The actors did whatever they wanted. Mike Starr, who played Mentalino, was so stunned by the stream of idiocracy that fell on his head that he had completely forgotten about taking a take, and anyone would have believed his facial expressions. It was Jim Carrey's pure improvisation. Good Will Hunting Matt Damon laughed at how Robin Williams' wife farted while she was sleeping for a long time because he did not expect to hear it. Robin Williams came up with the joke, and the brilliant improvisation of a talented comedian helped both Damon as the character and Damon as the actor to feel much more comfortable with Williams. If you look closely, you can even notice a slight trembling of the camera. Apparently the operator, as Matt Damon, could hardly restrain his laughter. I hope this video made you smile. Thank you for watching.